58.
58. All right, we'll continue to celebrate. I am certain we'll bring this up multiple times throughout the next 2 hours, but let's dive into what we saw last night on Monday Night Football. Look, it wasn't pretty, really, from either of the two teams, but nonetheless, the Bears come away with a victory. The Commanders turned the ball over 3 times at costly moments. The defense could not stop the Bears' run game at all. The Bears let a double-digit lead slip away in the fourth quarter, but they capitalized on those Commanders' mistakes late in the game to kick the game-winning field goal. So here is Caleb Williams, who now has the Bears at 3-2.
That's who we are. We fight. That's what Coach said. You know, we went 0-2 the first 2 games. We tied it back up, went 2-2, and now we're 3-2 because of our fight, because of our, how we face adversity and how we come through and come together.
I think it says a lot about our locker room right now. They're not just believing, but now they're starting to understand that, man, if this thing's close in the fourth quarter, then someone's going to step up and make a play for us.
All right, so that's some good news. Again, there was some sloppy football from both teams here, but Canty, do you at this point now trust Caleb Williams and the Bears?
Yeah, I trust Caleb Williams, and I trust the version of him that we saw last night because I trust how the play caller, Ben Johnson, wants to utilize him.
Yeah.
And rule number 1 for a quarterback should be do no harm. And it's clear that that's gotten through to Caleb Williams. You're starting to see him avoid the negative plays, avoid the sacks, avoid the turnovers. You still want to see him improve on accuracy. You still want to see him improve on third downs. You still want to see him improve in the red area. But I thought last night he did a really good job of being able to manage the game. And in situational football, in key moments, he thrived, right?
Yeah.
You're talking about the Washington Commanders bringing that blitz on third down in that fourth quarter, and he beats the blitz by getting it out of his hands to DeAndre Swift. DeAndre Swift breaks the tackle. Marshawn Lattimore, shame on yourself because that was a loaf, but it ended up leading to a 55-yard touchdown and an opportunity to take the lead. So those are the types of things that Caleb Williams is doing now, and I think the message has been loud and clear from Ben Johnson. Don't rely on your ability to create the splash plays. Rely on the offense and let the skill position players around you do the heavy lifting. And it seems to have gotten through to him, and that's why this Bears team has gotten a little momentum, winning 3 in a row.
Well, I can tell you this to you. I think that, you know what, definitely I would answer yes to this question in terms of trusting Caleb because Caleb is trusting others. And that's really the key here. He's not trying to play hero ball and not trying to rely on his talent and looking at a Jaden Daniels and saying, this is what this brother's brought to the table. Let me match that or let me one-up that and go out there and play hero ball and find yourself making pivotal mistakes. I don't think that's the case. I think Ben Johnson has reeled him into such a degree in terms of, I know what talent you have. I believe in your talent. But this is what it's going to take to win football games on the National Football League level. Make sure you don't do that. Don't hurt yourself, all right? You don't hurt the team. Prioritize making sure you protect the football, doing what you can for that. Then I look at them going out to a 13-0 lead, capitalizing off the turnovers. Why do I bring something like that up? Because you got a situation where right now every single team in the NFC North is the only division where every single team's got to win a record right now, right? So you're looking at the NFC North, and the reason I bring that up is because rather than looking at yourself as a team that's there, you're looking at yourselves on the come up. You're scratching and you're clawing and you're saying to yourself, you know what, we're not here yet, but we intend to be. You know, you're playing that way. And in a sense, that's almost like playing with house money because the pressure's on Green Bay. The pressure's on Detroit. To a lesser degree, the pressure is on Minnesota, more so than it is on Chicago. Chicago's here on the come up. You're Minnesota. You got to make sense out of J.J. McCarthy being the guy that you decided to invest in. You're the Green Bay Packers. You just traded for Micah Parsons. And we were talking about you as a potential Super Bowl championship caliber team. You're the Detroit Lions. Everybody looked at your team last year and thought that you could have been in the Super Bowl. After week 1, throw that out in terms of your performance against Green Bay. What have you done since then? Even though you just lost to Kansas City, the fact is your offense has looked explosive. So you look at all of those teams with expectations. Chicago saying we're building. And then you look at Ben Johnson, last but not least, and not to bring this up, but when you see what's transpiring in Miami with Mike McDaniels, when you see what's transpiring in New York with Aaron Glenn, then you see Ben Johnson and you see his behavior in terms of being a head coach, how demanding he can be, but still relatable to a cat, where you got cats knowing, you know what, we can trust him because he knows what he's doing, but we also don't mind answering to him either because he's clearly the boss. You see what's going on in Chicago. I like what I'm seeing.
Absolutely. I fully agree with this. And I'll say this is so much more about just Caleb Williams. You know, do you trust him? You do. But to your point, like Ben Johnson picked the Bears, right? Like he knew the warts going in. They're in the same division. He knew who Caleb Williams was. He knew what this roster looked like, and he took on the job knowing he's going to go face the teams. Not only did he coach with that he had coached against for so many years. But I think about like what you said, Canty, the 3rd and 5 that they complete on the last drive to get the second down run that he hands to Swift, and they have great angles for the offensive line. The Swift in motion on the touchdown when he out leverages and then runs up the sideline. I think Ben Johnson has done a fantastic job of setting up his players to be successful, and they're very efficient and they're following what they should be doing. And to his point, you're down 8 points. You can't get it all back, right? So it's the first time I've seen Caleb Williams go, hey, I'm going to make a play. I'm going to throw this ball out to Swift. Swift makes an incredible play. They don't convert on the 2-point conversion. Looks frustrating. Guess what? Our defense is going to give us another chance. We're going to go down and do these things. I think it's that trust that you see being built. And if you were a Bears fan coming into the season, all you would have asked for is progress. Just let me see progress from Caleb Williams, right? Like,
100%.
And you are seeing progress between Ben Johnson and Caleb Williams. He's changed his. You know he can make the highlight plays.
Right.
Can he make the simple play? And he's doing it.
I am shocked at the words that just came out of your mouth. This man was complimentary about Ben Johnson. He was complimentary about Caleb Williams, and he brought up nothing about Chicago's blocking. Oh my Lord! What is this world coming to? I mean, you don't sell. It never stops you. Yeah, it does. Yes, it does. Especially coming from you. I can't believe you missed that. But you look at DeAndre Swift, and the way he was running the football last night. Got to give it no question. He lit it up. Their pass blocking, their run blocking more effectively. Their defense has 3 turnovers each of the last 3 games. You got to look at it from that standpoint. They're like a +10 in the turnover margin right now. So you look at Dennis Allen and the way he's got their defense being opportunistic. All of those things are coming together right now and elevating their confidence.
I appreciate all the compliments. Let me tell you guys, this is really good news. And you're right. All you wanted to see is progress from this Bear squad. And listen, look no further than a year ago in that same building against the Commanders, the Fail Mary, as we called it, in Chicago, right? It really transpired. The rest added to what was the demise of the season last year. So the Bears typically lose games like last night. Week 1 against the Vikings, they found now a way to win. Was it all pretty? No, though. They're giving up too many explosive plays on the defensive side of the ball. I really could do without all the penalties, letting go of a double-digit lead, et cetera, et cetera. But there's something to believe in now in Chicago, and I think that's the main point here.
I think the other part of that is from a guy who played offense, right? Like when you don't have your like Williams missed, right? He missed some open throws and he should have made the Adunze touchdown that gets called. Like, is the tackle really at that?
You know he wasn't on the line. Come on now, he wasn't on there. Don't do that, Don't do that, Jeff Saturday. Y'all line it up like a fullback and you tackle.
That's trash call. But listen, that throw, right? So you think they didn't even have their fastball and they went.